Hi Google, Robot here back with another game on the channel. We're back playing more Scarlet Hollow. They just dropped part 1 of episode 5. We're probably gonna check it out. I have no idea what I'm about to get myself into in this game. I feel like we've kind of just been going through a lot. You know, it's it's a lot to process. Would you like to see a recap before starting episode 5? I'm not gonna lie. I mean, might as well. We always do. We always do a recap. Might as well. Yeah, we're on our way to the funeral. You know, cousin don't really like us like those. The house is kind of cooked. It's old. There's like some strange things going on around this house. We went with Stella to go investigate the whatchamacallit, Duke. Like he was telling us to go away. We found a deer, all messed up looking. And then we had to make a choice between Duke or the dog. We went with the dog naturally because, he had the gun. Like, I thought he would protect himself, And then, Duke, R.P. Brody. Our first encounter with the creatures, then we encountered Wayne for the first time, who apparently has been watching over us since we got here, which is interesting. We don't know why. He's just kind of like he just said there's something special about us. And then Tabitha, she always like, yo, don't get into any hijinks. Come back before sunset. But you know us, we don't listen. We met Sybil. We actually met her for the first time. Wanted to check up on us after what happened. Then we went to we went to Tabitha's job. When we were talking with the workers, they brought up Wayne, and then what was it? Isaacs? We ended up talking to him later on. But what and then Wayne, he showed back up again. Said he's the only person who cares about our safety, my safety. You see, he's trustworthy so far. So like, hey, you know. Then we saw Rosalina and a whole bunch of other kids. They was in the mines, and we told them to go home. But then like a bunch of like some of the others they ran off. So we had to go get them. That we started seeing visions for the first time about what really happened in the mines. The first of our little premonitions that we got, we went to go save the kids because we wasn't gonna leave them behind. And then unfortunately, Rosalina, she got kind of cooked. She got cooked by the mines. We got two freaking rodents in our freaking drawer. Stuff's crazy. Yeah. What's this? I think this is where he went to go talk to Isaacs about what he knew. This is Duke's son. We told him where his father was. We went to talk to him a little bit about and then he was talking about the worker strike. It was going on strike. That was a big thing. He's a dog. Yeah, the dog. Where you catch up with your companions. I don't know why the heck that was about, by the way. I'm pretty sure we talked to Tabitha there, but she just did not show up. We talked to the pastor for the first time. Yeah, we met Reese. Interesting turn of events to bro. We gonna get there. Why is Tabitha not in my why is she not in the flashback? Her silhouette is still there. I'm pretty sure I don't remember her dying, so I don't know what that's about. Yeah, and there's like some going on between Kelly and Reese. We will later find out what that is. But for right now, it's just like, oh, something going on with these two. Yeah. What is up with Tabitha? Situate in the background. Background. Where I seen it appears on top of the thing. Oh yeah, this is where we went ghost hunting, and then more crazy things started happening. It was like the weirdest thing ever. Wayne once again he had to save us because of course he did. And then we made like the big choice where we had to like basically have to give our life up to pay for our family sins. I remember that. It was strange. Stella, she was kind of effed up about it. And then I'm pretty sure like after this we went to go look for Stella. Like the whole day we could not find her. It's like we could not find her. So imagine your friends. Yeah, they were talking about that. What is up with Tabitha? She's been like shadowy like the whole freaking the part. Like, she has not shown up. I don't remember her dying. I don't. Oh yeah, we took some tea. We did do that. Taste the cup from your steering. Yeah. This don't bode well. Yeah, she was talking about a warning that we got. Oh yeah, this is the part where she said that we can't trust anybody. Like somebody that we're close to is like Loki the ops. Somebody that we're close to is the ops. But we don't know what yet. And then we went to the clinic to find that freaking that stone carving or whatever that be giving us visions and stuff. And then we got did we get another vision? I'm pretty sure we did. And then Reese, turns out bro is like a freaking like werewolf or something. Like a monster. Wayne tried to save us, but you know Reese was not having it. Then I called Tabitha because I'm like, yo, there's a monster trying to kill me in the clinic. You know, I had to make sure. You know, and I lucky forgot about her that I called her, and then she pulled up with a shotgun. You know, she shot Reese. I was gonna give her the drinks, but then Tabitha showed up. You know, cousin came in clutch. Then we burned him. You know, Dr. Kelly. You know, rightfully she's kind of sad that you know her like we had to do that to our child, but you know, bro was a demon. Then we finally found Stella. I told Tabitha go talk to you. You know, go talk to her. Rekindle that relationship. We can let them have the moment, right? Then we went home with Wayne. And then now we're here. It's time to continue your journey. Wake up. Lonely piano refrain echoes through your head as you sleep. Feels like it goes on forever, clumsy and uncertain of itself, stopping and starting at random. But as your dreams start to fade, you realize the music is following you to the waking world, continuing even as your mind resolidifies and banishes the last few remnants of your dreams. When it finally stops, you're startled by the sudden silence. You're awake now, cold and uncomfortable, your muscles stiff and achy, your head still clouded with sleep. You realize there is a concerning lack of blanket and mattress. There is nothing beneath you but hard wooden floorboards, dusty and uneven. There's also a weight on your chest, claws digging gently into your skin. Your heart skips a beat. You're greeted by two beady eyes staring down at you over the twitching nose of the opossum that lives in your drawer. The other one is crouched in the corner, eyeing you worriedly. You are not in your room. I'm not gonna smack it, but I am gonna like get up to see where the hell I am. You stagger to your feet, disoriented and exhausted, your limbs heavy and your head swimming. You stumble slightly, swaying as you try to keep your balance in the oddly tilted room. The opossum clings to your shirt with its tiny claws, holding on for its dear life. You must be in the Forbidden Wing. You know it was him. Wayne. He wanted you to check out the Forbidden Wing, so he made sure you wouldn't have the chance to get sidetracked. The small opossum finally moves, carefully makes its way down to the length of your clothes, as if afraid you might notice it if it moves too quickly. It hastens when it finds solid ground, scurrying to the large opossum in the corner. The two stare up right at you, not quite afraid, but clearly more wary now that you've risen to full human height. Maybe they were watching over you as you slept. Maybe they were hoping you might be lunch. Either way, you're both going your separate ways now. There are two doors out of the Baron room. One is a normal doorway leading into what you assume to be a hallway. The other is a door that must have been hidden. Through the ruined state of the wallpaper has robbed it of its secrecy. Call someone. I don't know if calling somebody is gonna help in this situation. Yelling is probably not gonna do anything either. The hidden door. Should we check out the hidden door? I might as well. There doesn't seem to be a clear way to open it, besides the brass circle where a handle should be. You didn't bring a screwdriver into bed with you last night, and even if you did, you worry about damaging the ancient mechanism. Hopefully you can find either the handle or another way out deeper in the Forbidden Wing. Try forcing the door anyways. We don't have the strength to do that. Look through the hole where the handle used to be. Let's try looking through the hole. You lean forward, peering into the narrow opening at what lies beneath the door. It's your room, which means you may be able to slip right back into the safety of your house if you can manage to find the handle. You've always believed in working smarter, not harder. The estate is massive. There's got to be a better way out of the Forbidden Ring than this. Maybe while you're looking, you'll catch a lucky break and stumble across the key. Alright, let's go then. You make your way carefully across the slanted room and deeper into the Forbidden Wing. Before you is a long hallway, age-stained curtains fluttering in the breeze, flowing in through cracked glass. Weak sunlight illuminates the dust dancing on the air. An ornate entryway, its door long gone, breaks the monotony of the faded wallpaper, and the staircase looms at the far end. Investigate. You make your way to the dark doorway in the middle of the corridor. It seems like some kind of entertainment room, sort of you expect of fancy rich people who wanted to show off. The stench of mildew is strong here. Your already weakened lungs aching for the strain of breathing in such toxic air. You can see why Tabitha doesn't want you exploring these rooms. There is a large painting on the far wall of the room. From a distance, it looks like it might depict the town. Might as well. The painting highlights a number of old buildings and locals, many of which you've already visited. The town hall, the estate, the mines, and the clinic. Still called a hospital at the time of this painting. The church. Then there's somewhere you've yet to see. Historic Callaway. Tremaine homesteads. The faded bronze plague beneath reads, in commemoration of Enoch Scarlet, head of the Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project. Let the past never be forgotten. Okay, let's get out of here. So I need to go risking life and limb to explore every nick and cranny of the house. You turn around and return to the hallway. Follow the path laid out in the dust. It takes you up to a flight of stairs. The way down blocked by debris. You find yourself on the third floor of the estate for the first time. There are more footprints leading all the way down the hallway and into the furthest door. Approach the window. What's in the middle room? The space is clearly once a nursery, though no child has been in here for a long, long time. Bookshelf. The top shelf is occupied by an antique picture book, Dick and Jane. Books of nursery rhymes and ancient editions of Grimm's fairy tales. The lower shelves are full of educational material, from children's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks. From the sheer number of learning-oriented books on the shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were to diction and spelling. Your family may have been wealthy, but maybe not in joy. Read a few practice. You leaf through a few of the practice workbooks, gently turning the near crumpling pages. Reasons mommy should take me and Maribel to the zoo. We have been very good girls and have not cried for a whole week. Maribel says elephants are so big and I would like to see one. 3, I think it would be very fun and mommy would have a good time. All are signed with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. You flip through the rest of the book, your eyes unfocused as the many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by. Something near the back of the book gives you pause. In the section that starts with the prompt, "Today I, Alexandria," continues with, "Talk to the boy in the wall." Okay, what's in the window? As sure as a cliff. There's nothing below the window but the tops of distant trees. The ground having crumbled away, things stopping you from plummeting to your death is the straining foundation that somehow still holds this place together. At least for now. You do your best to shove the boxes out of the way. They feel packed full of lead. You can practically hear your shoulders and hips creaking and straining with the effort, but try as you might, you can only budge them about an inch. Then they seem to cement themselves in place. You find yourself gasping for breath after a few desperate pushes. At least you know the handle can't be in there. No one has been in that room for some time. It's not worth the strain. Continue following the trail of footprints, approaching the furthest door down the hall. The door is clearly meant to be hidden, but it's been left open. Someone left it open for you. The room is starkly empty, save for a rug and a few candelabras. The lack of dusty old boxes and rotting antiques mark it as distant from the rest of the cluttered, forgotten spaces you've explored. It pains you to stand in this space. Emotions hang over you, strong, oppressive, and overwhelming thoughts that threaten to fill your lungs. You don't feel death here. You feel something worse, deeper loss, one that's lost a wound that has refused to scar. You can help but fixate on the carpet in the center of the room. The corners have ruppled, as if it had recently been moved. Move the carpet? Pull the carpet up, exposing the bare floor and revealing what lies beneath. An inordinate ring of signals has been carved into the floor, 5 along the edges, with a 6 in the center. The circle emanates a now uncomfortably familiar feeling. You feel your gaze forced to crawl over every intricate detail of the carving in front of you. The serpents wrapped around the staff gives you flashes of the room beyond the morgue, the darkness that swept through the house once it had been uncovered. The fist and chain makes you feel like you're back in the claustrophobic confines of the mines, surrounded by the angry hammering of its memories. So these must be all the carvings that they are. The horns have the same nightmarish, dreamy feeling of the world constructed by the furious ghost of Charles Shaw Jr. The others are new to you. The feelings they emanate are less intense, giving only vague impressions of what they might be tied to. Golden fields, the mewing of fresh souls, slithering out from the womb and desperate to be fed. Another that rings like bells in your mind, calling you not towards it, but away from it, pushing you from its threshold and into the darkness. But the central symbol is strongest of all. It echoes out across the room, a vast ego proclaiming its dominance. Continue forward towards the door on the far side of the room. You exit into a short hallway. There are stairs here, leading back down to the lower floors. There is also another door. Hey, that rhymed. It's hanging ajar, the many locks and deadbolts along its edge glimmering in the weak morning light. The door frame itself is gouged and splintered, evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond, time and time again. Enter. You step forward. Oh, look, it's the doll. There was a prison cell. Why is it in here, though? Everything about this place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches, legible words mixed in with the nonsense of desperate clawing. The one window, set high in the far wall, is fitted with a thick pane of glass, as if the iron bars just beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. I can't help but notice that the doll from your closet sits, watching you from the bed, one eyelid drooping. It adds an extra layer of menace to the already deeply unsettling room. Property at Alexandria. The pain radiating from these walls howls through your mind. Whatever lived here lived in constant torment. But the etchings on the walls are more than just evidence of the suffering that went on here. Whatever was trapped in these walls was trying to send a message to you or to anyone who might have been across it. Your eyes are drawn toward the massive, almost letters dug as deep into the brick as the cell's person can manage, highlighted it with whatever pigments were available. It almost looks like a word, though none of the lines meet up, causing you to constantly doubt whether they're letters at all, or just lines that fool the eye into imagining shapes that aren't there. Your stomach clenches with nausea as you run your eyes along the deep furrows in the wall. Whatever was here wants these words to be known, so you do your best to store them away, trying to burn the image of them into your mind, carved deep into the wall, bloody against the filthy brick. And then, one final detail grabs you, a metallic glint from the filthy bare mattress, a doorknob. This is what you've been looking for. Was it left here for you? Take the handle. As you take it, a sound wraps around you. Music. Tinkling of piano keys played by a clumsy hand. They echo up a narrow staircase at the end of the hall. Follow the music? You come this far. Clearly you meant to go just a little farther. The stairs take you into what you have assumed was once a servant's quarters, a network of cramped passageways hidden behind the expansive rooms of the estate, without so much of a window for illumination. But you persist and descend deeper into the bowels of the Scarlet Estate, the echoing piano your only company. Soon enough, you see light again, the sun creeping in through the edges of a nearly hidden door. You're at the end of another long corridor. Its high ceilings and tall windows are almost disorienting as you step out from the cramped, gloomy stairwell. The music echoes mournfully in the vast space, a chorus of wind adding a melancholic harmony as it whips in from the overgrown courtyard outside. You found your way to the first floor, which means you must be close to the ballroom from the first day, but you've yet to confront your guide. The musician plays on as you move cautiously through the dark. The slope now so dramatic it feels like walking downhill. Jagged remains of the floorboards juddering out like splintered trees. The flow of notes finally stop as you reach an open doorway to what was once a music room. Wayne stands from the bench of a battered grand piano, turning to face you. Oh, so it's you. So, now you've seen it, Robent. He makes his way down the tilted floor towards you. A breeze passes by him, carrying with it the smell from the wound that is his body. I hope you enjoyed the show. He stops just a few paces away, and I trust you understand the implications of everything you've seen. If you aren't careful, you can put the faith in the wrong people. Things could go very, very wrong for you. I still don't have a reason to run away from you yet. Holy shit, there's a lot of things to talk about. You did low-key kidnap me, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. I don't know what that, what should I'm gonna ask about the doll. What's with the doll in the room? She liked it, so I liked it too. It was nice to see it again after so many years. Did you need to carry me off in my sleep? Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. A moment of weakness. I was impatient. I liked it. Yo, what's good with you? You shouldn't do that to people. You don't strike me as impatient. Never again. I liked it. What if I low-key just try to like on some like, you don't strike me as impatient. The days grow short. Take it as a sign that you should be feeling the same urgency. I'm here, aren't I? Can't you see I trust you? You can tell me whatever it is you know. If you know what's going on here, then out with it. You're still gonna tell me everything, aren't you? Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Do you want to be somebody else's puppet, Robent? I can guide you to where you need to be, but it's up to you to open your eyes. The witch holds some of the final pieces. Find her, pry them from her hands, and then everything should start falling into place. The thought feels slippery. You're unable to hold onto it, and the whole thing is painful, like you're gripping onto it in white knuckle fists. You're forced to let go. It fades. Unless you're already starting to forget about her. Memory is a disloyal thing, isn't it? Physical, easily manipulated. But something being missing from your head doesn't mean it's gone from the world. There's a memory I can't quite hold on to, a thought that almost hurts to think. Keep it in the back of your mind. Try not to let it hurt too much. Don't let her take it from you either. You'll remember when you need to. What? I can flirt with him? You take a step forward. Wayne doesn't flinch as you approach, but you can sense a trepidation. Seems uncertain of what you're about to do. You have my full interest. Place your hand on his chest. You have my trust. You don't have to. We can be partners. What are you? I really like you. I want to be direct about it. We can be partners. Partners. I like the sound of that. Wayne takes a step forward, closing what little gap between you. The unsteady floor causes you to stumble back against the wall, Wayne looming over you, his outstretched arm blocking you from escape. There is only him and you, locked in a near embrace. I can show you, give you a taste of what we could be, of what I can offer you. He's breathing more heavily now. It's slight but noticeable. He's excited but trying not to show it. If you're ready. Do it. Wayne stares down at you, bright eyes shining through the veil that flutters slightly with each breath. His other arm reaches out towards your throat. He rests his palm on the nape of your neck. It's warmer than you'd expect. Closeted and cracked, his fingers strong as they tighten around you. There's a sudden sharp pain, as if you've been struck with a pin, and the unsettled feeling of something squirming. You can't help but try to jerk away from him. The squirming slithers its way up to your throat. His fingers grip tighter, holding you firmly in place. Then it stops, and a pleasant numbness starts to spread out from the base of your skull, flowing down your spine, enveloping you in a wave sense of bone-deep serenity. The surroundings become unfocused, vision swimming as your head lolls to the side, hair standing on end in a full body shiver. It's an intense pleasure sweeps across your neck, your skin. Vaguely aware that your legs have collapsed from under you, Wayne holds you up, one of his arms curling around your waist, pressing you against him as you lose yourself in sensation. And then it's over. This is one crazy ass sex scene. He lets you go. You slump to the floor as he takes a shaky step back, adjusting his sleeve. Think of that as a kiss. That was some kiss, bro. Freaking, yeah, I didn't know he had that in him. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know he had that in his body. You make your way back to where you woke up and slot in the handle into the secret door on the wall. It twists and the door pulls back, and you stumble out through your closet and back into the bedroom. You lean against the door frame as the last dregs of the intoxicated kiss leaves your system, weakened lungs heaving with the effort of returning yourself to some sort of semblance of normality. It's a challenge to rid yourself of the dreamlike sensation, especially considering your reality had already shifted in the past few days. Your vision's forever muddled by what the ghost took from you, but you manage. Your state has gotten to you. After the events of this morning, your body burns with a ferocious itch to leave this place behind, to be anywhere but here. You leave in a haze, mindlessly grabbing clothes and an uncharged phone, barely even noticing your surroundings as you rush outside. The morning's revelations seizing your body and mind alike with a suffocating grip. Even with the lingering afterglow of your entanglement with Wayne can't feel the sinking pit deep into your stomach. The cell of the doll. Could Tabitha have known about this? It's not possible that Wayne could be leading you astray. You've had a glimpse of the brilliant colors of his soul. Something that beautiful, that expansive, couldn't lie to you. It wouldn't lie to you. Is that why Tabitha wasn't showing up in the freaking the recap? Cause she was like gone. I'm not gonna doubt her just yet though. We're gonna clear our minds. What? Even if you can't, at least something you can consider. I trust Wayne. She has nothing to do with it. I need to at least hear her out, though. Oh, wait. I got Tabitha confused with the wrong person. Tabitha is my freaking guy. I'm thinking about Kanika. Holy Christ. But yeah, we do gotta, I do gotta at least give her a chance to talk about it. Although, she did not want me to go exploring off in certain rooms for a reason, though. We definitely gotta hear her out. Go into her. I'm not talking to cops. Wayne said I need to find the witch. I need to see Tabitha. I'm going to someone I can trust. Finding the rest of the stone carvings. I need to do all of these, actually. But then there's also the thing about somebody that I'm close to is Loki the Hops. So there's that as well. What do I do? What do I do? Finding the stone carvings. I do need to find the rest of these as well. I literally can't do the going to someone I trust. I do need Tabitha. To find the witch. I'm going out the stone carvings. At least not with certainty. And this is in the type of uncertain writing. Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so I need to find. And you know, it didn't tell you to take this. You know, they didn't tell you to take this certificate. No idea where you could possibly find this witch, or if you see who she could possibly be. Think harder. There's a blurred place that comes to your mind when you think about the witch. Less of a place and more of a location, but less of a location and more of the idea of a location. Are they trying to suggest that Sybil is like the witch, actually? Because she do got like a little mystic, magical feel to her. A sort of almost location where you feel like you know where it's meant to be, where you couldn't for the life of you describe it, but you could follow that important feeling. This is the shop, right? Where Kanika works. Yeah, let's go crazy. You follow that blurred feeling, your attention drawn with a tunnel-like focus to the rhythmic falling of your feet. Your surroundings distant and unreadable. You lose sense of time as you go. But then footfall stops and you find yourself on Scarlet Hollow's main street in front of an old bricked-up building that you don't recall ever seeing before. And yet you know that this is the place you're meant to go. Hey! You turn to see Miles, a person you know, but who you realize now that you cannot place. Is this where he's supposed to be? Does he have something to do with the blurred space burned into your mind's eye? Robent, I have to talk to you. There's something going on, but I can't remember what. It has to do with Sybil and somebody else. That somebody feels really important. And I feel like if I don't remember before it's too late, somebody's gonna... Never mind, it's just stupid. I just sound crazy. He doesn't sound crazy, though. You feel an old sensation as he's talking. A creepy recognition. But you can't seem to hold on to it. A slippery thought that refuses to be fully recognized. Something's wrong right now. Something's supposed to be there and it isn't. Nah, you're not crazy. Something's definitely going wrong. It has to do with your family. Your peoples. But you draw a blank on what? On just whose Miles' family's supposed to be. I knew it. I knew something was wrong. But I don't know what it is. Nothing happened. I woke up and everything was normal. Had cereal that Sybil said she was going somewhere with somebody. No, wait. The person was there too. I talked to them. Then they left. and I went out to the street. Because the office is closed for renovation, so I had to wait outside until it was done. It feels like he's recording a dream. The memory slipping through his fingers as the words leave his lips, leaving only emotion. This is how I felt when Dad died, but nobody died. Please make it stop. Talk to anyone else about this? No. Everybody else lives here, and I don't need people looking at me funny the rest of my life. But I should have just kept my mouth shut. It's not like you knew anything either. Sybil's behind me somehow. I know she is. I don't think so. She helps people. Wish I knew where she was. She would know what to do. Maybe when she comes back. Maz looks confused. No, we can't wait. There's this crazy old guy on the edge of town. We gotta find him, Julius. He was always coming around to ask me questions. I don't remember what he asked or what I said, but I feel like it's important. And he wrote it all down in a notebook. You gotta get him to show you that notebook. I'd go out there, but I can't think straight. Not right now. I need somebody to fix this for me. I don't want to feel like this anymore. Not again, please. No, not again. She shoves a map into your hands and turns away, hiding his face as it cracked with emotion. I really didn't want to ask anybody for help. That's how bad it is, okay? Don't tell anybody what I said, though. I don't need people to think I'm crazy. And then he's walking away, though. Where, you can't be sure, if he even has a destination at all. This place seems like a dead end, but you have a new lead to follow. I guess we're going to Julius. Reach the farms without getting arrested, despite being on... I can't read the rest of that achievement. As you make your way along the sunlit dirt road, you feel it. Oh yeah, I forgot. I keep forgetting to look at my decisions. It was Thursday. Found out that Stella disappeared. Oh yeah, I'm also kind of sussing Stella a little bit, just because, like, where did she go off to? She disappeared, and then she just appeared out of nowhere. Like, it's weird. She's also been, like, in all, like, the major... Like, every time we find, like, a crystal besides... Or those stones, besides, like, when we went to the doctor, she's always been there, too. And plus, she said... And plus, you know, she said that the person that's gonna betray us is, like, somebody that we know. So, I don't know. We did the tea reading. Sybil must have put something in that tea, because why do I not remember stuff properly? As you make your way along the sunlit dirt road, you feel it. A tingling at the back of your skull, an urgency, almost like a hand pressing you gently forward, with the threat that it might become more forceful if you don't comply. Like so much crying that can only stop if you tend to it. The feeling is strange when you try to examine it more closely, contradictory. Cries are a presence that both desires to be alone, yet at the same time needs you in its presence. It's bringing something into this world, and it needs your help delivering it. You pick up the pace. You lose track of time, your attention glued to each step, your mind ceding control to your feet. They know exactly where you need to be. There's Wayne. So far, Wayne is like the only person that I kind of trust. So it would be very upsetting if he turns out to be the person that's gonna betray us. But he's been pretty helpful with us so far, though. He helped us against Reese, and he helped us get out the freaking the ghost hunting situation, so like he cool for now. He's like the only person that I can actually kind of trust. So the trance goes until it's halted by the unlikely sight of a familiar figure on the path ahead. Good, you found your way. I knew you would eventually. And plus, since like we literally just made out with bro, like you knew I would come here. Back for round 2. That's funny. You knew I would come here. It's the loudest today. The town has shifted its attention in accordance, whether or not it realizes as much. It's loud because it needs you, and you're particularly susceptible. Wow, I can't speak. I'm not gonna joke around right now. Are you coming? Are you going to come with me? Unfortunately, I can't. Not this time. I only wanted to offer some words of encouragement.
and I'm afraid that that's all I can offer. But I'd much rather be by your side through this, but the witch is dangerous to me. But not to you. She can't hurt you in any way that matters, especially now that she's at her most vulnerable. Its words feel far away, but not sound in your mind. The call of the thing at the farms is louder. It needs you to keep walking. Just be careful of the farmer. He places a guiding hand on your back, urging you forward, and that's all it takes. Your feet are moving almost on their own. You've been set on your course. Oh, ain't that Dr. Kelly? The trees part, the woods thinning and giving way to messy patches of scraggly unseasoned garden vegetables seated in between a pair of farmhouses on opposite hills. Not that the details are important. Destination further of the two structures. Irma, what's going on? I got a page from the sheriff and no one's here. Where are the cops? I called him on account of Bo went missing, and when last I heard, he said he wanted to go give Julius a piece of his mind. But first, the sheriff went in alongside that white deputy, the one in the sunglasses. But then something happened, and there was a gunshot, and now there's this awful hollowing. Weren't like no creature I ever heard. That's when that other deputy, the black one, he ran in, and the door shut behind him. No one's come out since. So everyone's inside. Starting to get concerned. I'm running out of folks to call for help. Wait, is that Robence? What the hell is he doing here? Oh, this is gonna be interesting. The first time that we've seen her since we got her son killed. You're aware that this is a crime scene, right? And that all the cops are missing? Talking is just noise. Their words don't matter. There's a humming in your head, almost like a voice. One you can barely make out, but you know it'll be clearer once you get closer to the stone. Started wandering up towards the farm hill at the top of the hill. The little wild words. Start wandering up towards the farmhouse at the top of the hill. Oh, come on. Where do you think you're going? But you continue forward. You barely even notice your hand slipping over the doorknob. It's gonna be alright, Irma. We'll get Bo out of there, I promise. Now you're inside. What in the world is happening in here? What happened to you? Is that an axe in your mouth? There's way too much. Sheriff Hugby dangles in the middle of the room. An axe attached to some strange mechanism in the ceiling is embedded in his face, holding his corpse in an imitation of life. Jesus. Careful, Joan. There are traps all over this damn place. This Resident Evil ass freaking farmhouse. Past the body, you can see a giant pumpkin through the door. It's the garage. Cracked open, its guts strewn across the floor. Seeds dotted across the hardwood like a trail of breadcrumbs leading to the basement stairs. What the hell is going on in here? Dirksen, is Doc here yet? We need a medical professional down here. His voice is coming from the basement. That's where you need to be. He's been shot, John. I think you better call somebody. The doctor's here. Julius, you should let her come down. You don't really want the officer to die down here, do you? Okay, Avery's here. I'm not the one blocking the stairs. I'm not the one you gotta convince. Whose voice is that? It won't be blocked for you. The stone wants you here. Everybody shut up. Avery, that's your name, right? Get pressure on that wound. Yes, ma'am. Get away from him, kid. But the doctor, I don't care. Let him bleed. Let him bleed. You're only making problems for yourself, Tremaine. Dr. Kelly quickly pulls out her phone. Damn it, there's no signal here. I gotta step outside. You keep holding that wound. No one else has to have better die when I'm gone. Doctor pulls out. Not pulls. The doctor pulls at the door, but a weave of fibrous tendrils hold it shut. It would seem that the same forces that let all of you in here refuse to let anyone leave. Damn, so we're all trapped in here. Are we stuck here? What the hell are we supposed to do now? But you already know what to do. Go to the basement. Find the stone. Remember. You're vaguely aware that Officer Dirksen is trying to stop you, but he's too nervous to take a step. You reach the basement door and start to claw at the weird fleshy vines blocking your way. They're strong, but they're relent under your touch, welcoming you down below. Who the... So you tried to undermine me, witch. I should have known you tried to find a way around the rules. You've trapped the town. This isn't what any of us wanted. You should nullify the deal before it gets worse. It's just unhappy. I didn't think something like this would be so opinionated. But I have a plan to proceed it. If it wants a less broken body, it can have one. Then we'll see if it still feels cheated enough to hold a grudge. It's not too late, Enoch. You can let Eddie have the baby, and your family can go back to normal, happy and unburdened. I'll clean everything up. It can be like nothing ever happened. I'll even leave town. Manipulative hag. That's what you wanted all along, wasn't it? This whole ordeal was just an opportunity for you to have access to it. Well, I know better than to hand an ounce of power over to you, Verna. Our partnership has come to an end, witch. I will be continuing on with my business. You should be grateful that I let you continue on with yours. One of these days, Enoch, someone should be strong enough to do what needs doing. I can wait. I can wait a long, long time. Hey. You're not dead, are you? Saw it all, my family, the witch. Have to find the witch, have to find the witch. No one's gonna know what I'm talking about. Sybil sent you? I knew it. Wasn't happy with how much she already effed this up, huh? She still got more bullshit to pull to ruin my life even more. All that ends here. I'm getting what she promised me. Whatever she sent you for, I'll shoot you before you do it, so don't even try it. Hey now, no one has to get shot. Nobody else, I mean. Sorry, Franklin. What are you sorry for? You weren't the shooter. Or the one who got shot. Oh my god. Your vision finally focuses and your mind is once again your own. Avery watches you furtively from across the room. The man, Julius, holds a gun in a silent threat. Franklin clutches at a nasty wound in the side, blood spilling out onto the dirt floor of the unfinished basement. And in the corner is Bo. Something is attached to him, source of the awful noise. It stutters with pained inhalations. Bo is still breathing, but it doesn't look well. Stone brought you here and stuck you in the middle of another nightmare. We're bent, we can't get to you. The door is still shut. Even as she yells to you, her voice is faint, barely audible behind the now thickened roots and vines that block your escape. Let's bring Will Bent up to speed. Julius, he looks a little shell-shocked. Where do I even freaking begin? Right. So, the witch. I caught her doing some stuff she shouldn't have been doing, and she offered me a deal if I kept to myself. Always wanted to raise a boy of my own. God never saw fit to give me the chance. She gave me the means to right that injustice. Only it obviously didn't go quite the way it was supposed to. Calloway's interfered just like always. May saw I had to hatch earlier than he was ready, and he came out hungry. Too hungry for me to handle. He kept trying to get at me, so I had to hole up here. Been stuck here since freaking Wednesday night. Damn roots won't let me leave, and they're clogged up the drains, so I haven't been able to call that witch and get her to make things right. But I'm a man of preparedness, figured I could wait it out, till Bo here decided to trespass. Guess he lost the tussle with my boy, and two of them wound up down here with me. And that sums it about up. Guess in the end it's only fair, a son for a son. Birth ain't ever pretty, is it? It's not like doing it the old-fashioned way, it's all sunshine and roses. Just hope he winds up looking more like a person when he's done cooking. I don't give a shit about your story, Jermaine. None of that gives you the reason to shoot a cop. Self-defense, Castle Doctrine. Do you know how to contact her, the witch? Yeah, I need to know how to get to the witch. Of course I freaking do. Think I'm some sort of idiot who makes a deal without some way to get out of it? My fault that things went to shit before I could call her up. Fact is, I tried, but the only means of contact I got down here is that faucet over there. It's fed by natural spring water. That's her preferred method of communication. Like her internet, I suppose. But as you can see, it's currently out of order. My boy's got meat all in there and won't be getting a drop out of it until he's calmed down. There's a waver in Julia's voice when he mentions the thing implanted in Bo, one that sticks with you. He's afraid of it. You'll have your wish as soon as this is all settled. So don't do anything stupid, none of you. The conversation is interrupted by Bo shifting uncontrollably as the creature lets out a guttural moan. So what? We're just supposed to sit and wait until the Calloway kid dies? That's exactly right. My kid gets born and we all forget this ever happens. Julius has yet to explain the reason for Avery's presence here, but they certainly stick out like a sore thumb. Why is Avery here? I work at the diner, and Julius isn't there most days. Julius is in there most days. He called me up here because he knows I'm good with plants, though I wasn't sure of any specifics before I walked in. The boy is still technically a plant, I think. And I'm not exactly close with people around here. Neither is Diner Kid. Figured that meant there might be some sort of discussion between us about what exactly was unfolding on my property. Let them put the pieces together. You don't need some sort of giant. So you really that one? Yeah, let's say that one. What the hell would you know? You don't know anything. You don't freaking know anything. And here you are trying to tell me about this boy that I've bled. Okay, bled up for months. It's less important to me than a kid who's got a family already, a place to go back to, people who care. Avery don't need me. The kid's just nice. I need somebody to stick around for. Someone who won't just smile at me out of pity. Will be sad when I die. Julius, if I didn't have Winnie, I didn't know where I'd be. I don't have any other place to go back to. I think you might overestimate how much people like me and how much people hate you. Bo squirms, moaning in pain. The conversation pauses. It's looking worse. Quit eyeing the boy like that. I could tell you want to jump in and do something stupid. Never should have called you up. This is a family issue. It should be resolved within the family. But you didn't call family to help you. You called me. Let them decide what to do. You gotta stop this thing before it kills Bo. This thing is gotta stop this thing before it kills Bo. What do I do here? I don't know. I don't want to let them decide because they might not even do anything, and I don't want to kill it because isn't it technically still alive? I'm gonna see this option. Let's see what this does. What the hell are you even saying? You're saying we might be family adjacent, that we could maybe take the burden off Bo? Is that right? Family? You weren't even raised here. How would you know about being a Tremaine? As someone who's feel alone even in a town where I pour coffee for nearly everybody every day, but most of them don't even bother to learn my name, probably more than anybody else here, including your own cousins. Julius doesn't respond. He watches as the boy shifts on top of Bo, crying meekly. What exactly are you saying we should do? Let him do that to us. Move him off of Bo, see if he'll come willingly, and hopefully the two of us can manage it better than he can all on his own, especially if we're not fighting him every step of the way. It can't feel nice to be attached to someone who doesn't want you. Shouldn't he know he's coming into a world where people care about him? Damn it, kid, you're making it sound all whoa, come on, bro. If you want to raise a kid right, you're gonna have to soften up sometime, old man. Julius crosses the room, kneeling by Bo and the half-formed thing curled up on his chest. It immediately reaches out, grabbing desperately at him. Avery intercepts, taking its translucent hand, holding it gently. He could kill us. But it's too late for doubts now. It started. You can see the tendrils dislodge from inside Bo. He whimpers, seizing as they slide from underneath his skin, transferring to both Julius and Avery. I told you. He gets it. Jesus, ugh. This hurts. It certainly looks painful. No blood seeps from the wounds where the boy greedily Appendages have broken through, not a drop going to waste. The boy, in contrast to pained grimaces of Julius and Avery, seemed to finally settle into comfort, falling into something like that, falling into something like sleep as it nestles between its donors. Convince two outcasts to work together to save a life. As the things as the thing's panic fades, the vines blocking the door slacken. The house groans unnaturally, straining under the weight of the relaxing meat of the creature's wound. The faucet in the corner of the room, finally unclogged, bursts to life, and water pours out onto the dirt floor. You wanted your witch? Well, here she comes. It hurts. Somebody. Doctor. Holy shit. It works. Your hands are wet. The water is spreading, pulling around you, making the floor slippery with mud. Dr. Kelly rushes down the now unblocked stairs, her eyes wide with horror at the scene of the basement. What the hell happened down here? Bo, can you hear me? Am I getting a checkup? I've been shot as well, ma'am. Need a hospital. I better make some calls. Everyone stay with me. Hey, the basement is flooding. Am I the only one paying attention? Let the water take you. Watch other people in the room as the water slowly fades. Their faces turn to you, concerned. But you can no longer make out their voices, trying to talk to you from behind the wall. Then the flood takes you. You feel like you're choking. There's water in your lungs, or there should be. Your ears are filled with the sound of a rushing current. It's cold and dark, and there are people screaming at somewhere. What in the world? There are bodies in the water with you. They are all dead. 1,000 corpses, 1,000 homes, all torn to pieces. But the flood resides. It hasn't happened yet. You are the mother of a daughter, and your daughter's told you about her terrible dream. It's going to kill everyone. You are not the one who had the vision. Not yet. It's only been described to you by the daughter you've been teaching, as your mother taught you. You're the only one who could stop it, Mother, but you won't be strong enough. Her words are heavy. What in the world? The village is doomed then? How can you be so sure? It's not a dream. You know I've seen things before, and they've always been true. Take my power, Mother. I give it willingly. It's the only path that leads to anything but death. They would live, but you die. I'll take care of things like I always have. It's not death, Mother. It's a return. And what's one life against 1,000? Your daughter is confident. She's already decided this is what has to happen. Accept and take your daughter back. Reject and let 1,000 die. What the hell is this choice? Oh, I can still save here. Interesting. Accept. Reject. Let a bunch of people die. But this is my daughter, though. I feel like I'm gonna have to come back to this at another point in time. So I'm gonna save this for now. We're gonna accept the gift. You accept your daughter's decision. She's not the child she once was. There's a confidence in her that you have no choice but to respect. You take her back. Her power becomes yours. The flood does not come. The village is saved. And no one ever knows the sacrifice that was made for their lives. No one but you. Years have passed. You outlive everyone you used to know. You move on, meet new people, start a new life. You have another daughter. No time I gotta sacrifice her too. This time the vision is yours. The piece of your first daughter that lives in you shows you what's coming. Rotting bodies in the streets, smell of sickness on the wind, church bells ring for an endless parade of funerals. An entire city whose gates will never reopen. Everyone inside the walls failing to the curse of the plague. You are among their number. Your body no longer strong enough to heal even itself. You are not enough to stop it. Not as you are. There is another path, a narrow thread. If you were stronger, you could tug at it and unravel the tapestry of the future. Do they mean if I'm strong, like if I had like the strong trait, or if I didn't like sacrifice myself? Your daughter will never be as strong as you are after what you had to do, but she still carries in her some strength. Enough. Explain it to her as it was explained to you. Take your daughter back. I'm just explaining what's happening. You explain what she has to give up, what you both have to give up. You love your daughter, after all. You will miss her as you miss your first daughter. So I'm the sacrifice this time. She's angry. Even when you try to explain that she will be a part of you, that she won't die, she cries and cries. She tries to run away from you. Fate is attempting to cut its loose thread. The entire city rests on this decision. Stop her from leaving. You do not let your daughter run from you. No plague comes. The city never knows that it would have been a ruin. But there is an unhappiness in you. She didn't understand. What you took of her is angry, confused, restless. You will have to carry that with you. It is a part of the burden of which you are. That seems to be a theme within this game about carrying the burden. Burdens of the past. Though no one knows the depth of which you have done over the years, you have not escaped notice. You find yourself in the capital, in a place whose name has changed too many times to count. A war is brewing. The eyes of those who hold fate in their hands are on you, their lips asking which threads to pull and which to cut. And the tapestry is once again revealed to you. The war rages, and it never stops raging. Bleeding that spans generations. Children born to die. Decades of pain that leave a raw wound on the world. Or it ends before it begins. The few die for the sake of those many. You can guide powerful hands to crush those that need crushing. If only you have more power of your own. You call your daughter to you. You raise them differently these days. This quiet left by the reluctant daughter taught you a permanent lesson. They don't need convincing anymore. They are ready to return to you whenever you need them. Let her be free and plunge the land into generations of war. No, we're not having a war. War is not necessary. This daughter joins her sisters easily, as she has been trained to do. You are the only one who will remember her sacrifice and her name. A small rebellion is crushed before it becomes a revolution. People in power are happy. You leave. You don't want to see any more visions of war. You set your sights on a place where there are no kings. And yet, even an ocean away, power finds you. A man with aspirations. Anyone can hold power here, you've discovered, if they're vicious enough to want it. So what, like a politician? Is that what this is now? The hunger in him senses the power in you. And for a time, you humor him. You allow him to give you a life of comfort. You and your daughter. You don't see a future where he ever grows more powerful than you can imagine. You manage. Not until the vision comes. A war like none the world has witnessed. A fleeting nation devoured in the nest. A man who sits on a throne where none was meant to be. The world under his cruel fist, bowing to its crushing weight. The very ocean stained red by his influence. He is already on his way. You realize too late. You have been too close to him to see it. Your choice is already narrow. The war is coming whether you strike now or not. The loose thread sticking out from a mass of blood with you too weak to grasp it. So we just went into war regardless. My decision did not matter. But you have a daughter. You always have a daughter. Until you don't. It's time to rest, aren't you tired? Take her back and erase the man before his name can mean anything. Yeah, look at that. take his power away. She joins her sisters, as is her destiny, and you remove him from the world. The hole where he was is filled by lesser men, none who remember whose shoes they're stepping into, and none who can hope to command the way he would have. Blood is spilled, less blood, but you still feel every drop. You hide yourself away from the world. Oh, we basically just, you and your daughter. The visions still find you, but here they're small. The decision's simple. You make them all the same, helping where you can. A storm halted, a conflict settled, till one day when you are shown a dark pit. Splintering wood, the breeze trapping everyone inside, bodies burning as the very rock catches fire, children screaming as their flesh bubbles, then silence as lungs fill with smoke. You know the choice that lies in front of you. Take her back. They must really not want me to take her back. There must be like at some point where it's just like you can't take her back anymore. I feel like they want me to not take her back at some point. We're gonna keep doing it until we literally can't anymore. Disaster is averted, lives are saved, and you know you have another daughter. That's not what happened. Wow, just look at that. Look at that, just like right now. Well, you take your daughter's hand and look her in the eyes. They're green like yours. You don't want to do it this time. I tried to do it, to be fair, but they was not allowing that to happen. You stare out over the hills together as plum of smoke rises into the air, but you can't hear the screams from here. You assume you will die one day, like everyone else. After all, you're long past due. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to know your grandchildren before you go. I took my daughter back too many times, and this is the result. And the man comes, and with him, a vision. He has already decided. He is bringing something here, something ravenous that doesn't belong, but it has been pressing at the edges of your world, trying to find a way in. It has its ways now, whether you help him or not. More of the thread you followed comes into focus. For the first time, you follow it beyond your death. Disaster after disaster, crisis after crisis, thousands of years of little cuts that you weren't there to mend. On and on it goes, longer than you could ever hope to follow. Its toll eternal and incalculable. I just added a few extra syllables, but there is a new thread too. If you're patient enough, if you're strong enough, when the moment finally comes, if you do everything right, you can devour this thing that sits outside the world, and it will give you so much power that you will never have to take back a daughter again. You could fix as many things as you care to fix. Floods, plagues, wars, kings. You look into her green eyes so much like yours. You can't take her back and summon an entity into the world? No, bro. But you did? Oh my gosh. You welcome her back, as you have with every daughter before her, and you help the man. He's arrogant. He cheats the thing from another world in every way he can. He wastes your time. There will have to be more daughters before the day comes that this will all be over. So it's just an endless cycle over and over and over and over again of daughters. But days and daughters come and go, and you're very patient. You have to be, if you're to stop the hurt that will scar a world without you there to guide it. Is that Kanika? And now you are here, on the cusp of the end, the final daughter. It looks just like Kanika. It is her! What the hell? Well, Bent, what are you doing here? Are you real? No, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a dream or not. I've already made my decision anyway. Don't bother trying to talk me out of it. I finally have a real purpose, and now I know what that purpose has always been. Can't go back, or it would hang over me for the rest of my stupid small life. Where is Sybil at? Everyone forgot about you? It's like you don't exist. It's okay. It's part of all of this. I'm surprised you were able to remember. It's kind of nice to think even one other person might remember me when I'm gone. But it's okay if you forget to. Once it's all said and done, I don't need to be remembered. But I want to remember you, though. What are you trying to prevent, exactly? What is she trying to prevent, actually? That thing that Enoch brought. Whatever it is, breaking out and causing havoc. And all those disasters my mom would have been able to stop if she'd take its power for herself. I'm so much smaller than all that, but in this moment, I can be what stops it. Be big enough, my life can be meaningful. This isn't, but I don't want you to go though. Do you really feel like you have to sacrifice yourself for little words? Do you really feel like you have to sacrifice yourself for your life to have meaning? Working at a shitty little general store in a dying town? Yes, I would call that pretty meaningless. I guess like I could do all these options. Look, I'm going to do what I was born to do. I'm going to save lives, Bent. More than most people could in a lifetime. You know, I don't think I've ever seen you without your glasses on before. Huh? I know that was like a weird thing that brought up. Of course, I should have known better than I. Of course, I should have known better than to think I could hide from you, Robent. So you are the witch after all, Sybil. I wasn't trying to trick you, for what it's worth. Though I'm sure this doesn't sound very truthful. Please try to trust that this is all in your best interest. I'd hope it would all been over before you could find me. I know it could be unpleasant to watch, but I hope to spare you, even if I knew in my heart all worthwhile roads for you to walk will bring you here before I could finish my work. But you know this has to be done. Save you, save Tabitha, save everyone in town. Haven't they all been stuck long enough? Kanika can't save them on her own, but I can. I wish this wasn't how this has to be, but it's the only way your story gets a happy ending. She is telling the truth. Oh my god, bro. A truth unstained by illusion. There is no witchcraft in our words, no trickery, at least in our heart. But perhaps there remains a narrow path for you to walk. Speak the name that was carved into the cell wall. Of course, the scratching on the walls. This is what it was for. Robent, no, you don't know what you're... You don't have to know how to speak it. The thought of it brought the sound to your lips, the name forcing its way out, yearning to be free from your mind and used as the dagger it is. Oh my gosh! The dagger tears into her. Everything that is not her pours out of the delicate tapestry of her existence. The parts she arranged so neatly scattering, their voices filling the dream around you. Confusion as her careful order is upended. A strange dangling thread comes into focus. Well, Ben, wait. You can't see now how this will benefit you because you don't understand the danger you're in. Your enemies have made sure you can't, not until it's too late. I'm the only one who wants to see you walk free. That's not true. I still got Wayne, but he isn't here. But I understand why you wouldn't trust me, of course. I have to weave my own little lies as part of this ridiculous game. Please know that I'm not lying now. I know you aren't, but you're still a witch though. But even if you don't believe a word I've said about your own safety, I'll give you something else too, something you need. It's not fair what Charlie did to you. It had to be done, of course. He couldn't stay where he was. But I can take away the burden. I can give you back your youth, your health. I only need to finish what I started. If you want me to trust you, then give me what you've promised, what you're promising now. Show me you can. I can't. It requires a strength I don't currently possess. If you want what I've offered you, you'll have to trust me. I'm doing this for everyone, remember that? I don't want Kanika to go, though. Man, fuck you. I'm gonna just die. I'm just have to die then. You ignore her offer. You grab the threat and pull. I'm just gonna have to die. I'm just gonna have to die, I guess. I'm just gonna have to die. The delicate tapestry is unwoven. The witch's careful work, torn open, if only momentarily, as her daughter's hands are finally unbound enough to grab for their mother. Their cries are a song, calling out as they drag her down into the depths of their moss, craving her warmth, her attention, her love, as it has been so long since she's held them. Pull the thread and reverse the tail. The tapestry waves itself shut around her. The cries grow quiet. Sated? The witch is gone. Yeah, I got rid of the witch. Hooray! I did what Wayne told me to do. Kanika catches her breath in the space once occupied by her sisters. Now she stands alone. Though she isn't really alone. Not anymore. She never will be. She wears the weave of all those generations of power. Someone has to. What did you do to me? I saved your life is what... Wait, I saved your life is what happened. I think I gave you her power. Let me explore this real quick though. No, that was me. I said those things and I meant them. I really believed it. I still do. Okay, yeah, I saved your life is basically what happened. Did you? I was supposed to go away to go to sleep, and now, you know, she never told me anything, right? Let alone taught me how to use all this. Magic wasn't supposed to be real, and now I'm supposed to just know how to use it good enough to what, save the town? Sorry, I'm just panicking. I have no idea what she was going to do after all this, and now I have to step in and try to figure it out. How am I supposed to figure it out? How to save the town if I don't even know what's wrong with it? God, there's so much pressure. I never asked for this. I don't think I can handle it. You can handle it, because we'll do it together. People are stuck here, so let's free them. You'll figure it out. When she's taking that picture, you're free. That's a good thing. We can figure that stuff together. That's what we've been doing all week, right? Yeah. You're right. We can figure this out. You made it all the way here and did whatever it is you just did. Nothing is too much for us to handle. She takes a deep breath, collecting herself. We'll just take it one step at a time. First step, figure out how to get out of here. It's weird. Everything felt slippery before. It couldn't hold on to anything, but now it's like I can see how it's all put together, where all the seams are. So if I just... You don't see whatever it is she was doing. The world around you goes dark. You're moving, like a current is carrying you somewhere. Oh yeah, I forgot I was still in the basement. Buoying you upwards, your body ascending rapidly until finally you surface. Oh, where are we? You're outside. It's raining. You have no idea where you are. Tulip? Janie? Not the achievement saying actually finish episode 5. And earlier I got an achievement for finishing episode 5. I think that's funny. I guess the witchery's deceiving. I can't speak. Holy Christ. Oh my gosh. This is the end of chapter 5. Only one major content update remains to the story, which is final conclusion in the final chapters. Oh my gosh. We're almost at the end of the game. We're almost in the final chapters. Holy. This is ridiculous. The story is almost over. I can't believe it. What a crazy episode that was. That was definitely worth the wait. We saved Kanika. Sybil was the witch, which I guess shouldn't be surprising to most people. She literally deals with magic and stuff. We got rid of the witch for now, I'm hoping. This is going to be interesting. Now we just gotta figure out a way to save the town. We got our girl Kanika back. That's good. We have not talked to Tabitha. We're gonna have to talk to Tabitha at some point in time too. Gosh, but yes, this storyline just keeps getting better and better, and I cannot wait till we get to the end. Cannot wait till we get to the end, bro. I'm so excited. There's so many twisted turns, so many freaking things to uncover, so many things to like unpack in this freaking game. Oh my gosh. Like, bruh. Like this Loki is like up there as far as like favorite games. I'm not gonna hold. Like the storytelling is just too freaking good. It's just too good for like a visual novel. Like this is like really freaking good. So many choices to make. Like I'm definitely gonna replay this game like a bunch, probably like a bunch of times. Probably not right after I finish the final chapters, but I'm definitely running it back again in the future because they cooked with this, and I'm excited to see what the final chapters is. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna get even stupid crazy. Hopefully we can save the town. I'ma try. But on that note, if you enjoyed watching me play this game as much as I enjoyed playing it, as always, consider liking, comment, subscribing. You don't have to, of course, but it'd just be very much appreciated if you did, you know? Make sure you hydrate, eat something, take care of yourself, all that jazzy stuff. I will see you all when it's convenient. I love you. Goodbye.